Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL Backbenchers. This is your host Somnath and I'm joined by my co-host Anjan. Anjan, how are you doing?
Well, finally, green arrow for me. So yeah, it's okay, fine, cool. What about
Oh,
you?
well, I'm doing well, but the surprise thing is look who has joined us.
Hello,
Exactly.
guys. After a lot of creative differences, where I was creative and these guys weren't, we had to split. But I had to come back to the pod because when I was initially in the pod, all the matches were going very smoothly. You could see 10 matches every week. But just as I moved out of the pod, things started going haywire. Matches are getting cancelled here and there. So I thought, let's get some bit of normalcy back to the FPL itinerary, and that is why I'm here today. Nice to meet you again, and very excited to be part of the pod again.
So guys, we're basically anybody who does not know, there's Ron Jason, a dear and near friend of ours, friend of the pod. We started the pod together. He has become a bit extinct, so we have found an extinct individual for you to bring normalcy into your FPL world right now. Well,
Yes,
big Manchester United fan for anybody who does not know.
yes.
And moving on, speaking about green arrows, yes, I have also been blessed with another green arrow. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful to dodge a lot of bullets. So eventually, I had only, I think, ended up with 9 players playing. Got a very nice number. I got 69 points, and yeah, that's about it. Green arrow. What about you, Anjan? How many points? I think I scored you.
I had around 10 players and I had 70.
74. Let's ask our extinct teacher. What about you, Ronajay? How was your game?
My FPL is going down the lines ever since I left the pod. So that is one more reason to join back. Maybe I'll do better now. I had, I think, 10 players. My goalkeeper did not play. Apparently, he was on the bench. The manager decided, oh, let's put him on the bench and denied Ranajay Sen some points. I had a decent
I
game week,
think
not as good as these guys, but I think
your
I scored 60
goalkeeper is
points.
Guetta by any chance?
My goalkeeper is Goeta, yes.
I think Guetta was injured. The manager did not decide to drop. I think
But
he
he
had
was
some.
also on the bench.
Yeah, he had some finger injury. So, like, if at all dire case, he would have had to come.
What is the logic? Put him.
And
Give
I
me two
think that
points.
happened last game week. I think the game week before that, that was rumored. I think there was some interruption. Anyways, not important. Bad luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that I have no doubts this week because Crystal Palace don't play, and I don't have a second goalkeeper. So okay,
I think
things are working out for me.
not many have any doubt about this game week. Guys, just a small like info kind of. We are actually recording this for 24-hour late. It's a conscious decision, simply because we wanted to sit down to record yesterday, and just before we were about to sit, matches were flying or dropping off like flies, and it was actually very hilarious. So in the span of I think like 2-3 minutes, 4 matches were dropped, and we thought that things were getting a bit crazy. So let's not venture into it. Let's see how many more matches get dropped. So eventually, as of now, the count stands at there are 5 matches happening, and there are 5 matches that have been postponed. If you can quickly name the fixtures, Donja, I think Manchester United, Brighton, and Crystal Palace will be missing. And who else are missing? Major teams.
I think it's easier to say the teams who are playing. I think
Okay, yeah. So
Villa,
yeah, we will be moving on to
Villa,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I will be anyways showing you the fixtures that we are covering for the next game week. So yeah, the rest of it is basically missing. Variance is on the side of some. Some are blessed with 10, 11, 9, 8 players. Some are really screwed with 5 players, 6 players. I will not say that it's the same situation we are all in. Um, I mean, the thing is, yeah, it's unlucky, but it is through nobody's fault. I think the only person or only entity that can rectify it is probably official FPL, but I am sure they will not do anything about it. So, yeah, no point in cribbing about that. I think we will have to live with it. Before we move on, once again, guys, if you like our videos, if you are new over here, please subscribe to our channel. Please like our video. Please share it with your friends, family, and spread the word. It does encourage us. Drop your feedback, and yeah, let's go. So let's just get on to game week 17 fix. Oh, I'm sorry, game week 18 fixtures.
18 actually.
Yeah, and don't mind, don't like try to reboot or something. Your screen is not wrong. There are actually five fixtures, which are namely Aston Villa, Burnley, Leeds, Arsenal, Newcastle, Man City, Wolves, Chelsea, and Spurs, Liverpool. All of these fixtures are not confirmed to happen. Yeah, I'm right. They are not confirmed to happen. They can drop off at any moment of time. So it's an earnest request. Please hold on to your transfer as close to the deadline as possible.
Five
Don't.
fixtures. So five fixtures. Make your transfers at 5 minutes to the deadline. If there are
Okay.
four fixtures, make your transfers 4 minutes to the deadline.
Yeah.
That's the
I'll,
mantra.
I'll just share a funny story about another friend of the pod, Ritvik. He has come on the pod couple of or more than couple of times, I think. Uh, he had this. He had two FTs, and he had this brilliant idea of actually using an FT early. So what essentially he has done is he has taken out, I think, ESR, and he has brought in Pawan. So don't be like Ritvik. Don't make stupid transfers, right?
Don't be like Ritvik.
Yeah, he has essentially transferred in a blank player, right?
Ritvik, if you are watching this, we want
Yeah,
people to be not
he will
like you.
definitely be watching this. So, Ritvik, we had this discussion in the morning. Anyways, moving on. The first fixture, Aston Villa against Burnley. So straight up, I think Anjan, I was very impressed by Aston Villa.
Yeah, true, true,
What do
true.
you guys
Actually,
feel?
we have been very much impressed about Villa since Steven Gerrard had like joined them. Watkins was very good. Ramsey was brilliant, I feel. Ramsey. That Ramsey's goals was also very good. And
It's talent,
overall, as a team, they are very good.
absolutely. Roninger,
Yeah,
your views on Villa?
I echo his sentiments totally. I was watching the Aston Villa Norwich game, and even though Norwich was Norwich, they're not going through a very good form. Aston Villa were really very good, and we even saw Man United struggle against Norwich at Norwich's home at Carrow Road. So I think Aston Villa really played well. I think they also did quite well against Liverpool. They could not get any points, but I definitely fancy Aston Villa to go do good here. I think Somnath and me and I think Anjan we were also discussing this could be a good game to have your vice captain because most of you and most of us would be on Mo Salah as our captain, and this is one game that you would really know if it goes through for sure. It's only 1.5 hours after the deadline, so you will get enough information about the match if it's going through or not. And if you have any Villa players, I think Watkins is pretty highly owned at this moment comparatively. If you have any Villa players, I we would suggest at least I would personally suggest that it's a good vice captain option for this game week.
Okay. Actually, there are two things here as to what you said as well. Like segregate the vice captain part for the later thing. First of all, like I'll quickly touch upon Villa. Nothing more to add than what you guys have added. I will just say it's a testament to the fact that Villa, when Steven Gerrard came in instantly, he just solidified the defense entirely. Showed up completely like they're looking a 180-degree flip of a team wherein they are absolutely solid. What impressed me particularly about this match is although they did not just create a lot of chance, I mean, definitely Watkins saved the game week for me. I took the right decision of selling Ronaldo for Watkins. But eventually, I was very impressed by how much Villa were able to press Norwich to the almost to the extent that Norwich almost did not have any chance. And as we have seen Norwich in the since actually like Dean Smith has joined, they are not a bad outfit. Like they are not absolutely like rubbish wherein they are conceding chances, they cannot create chances because I mean fair enough. I don't know if Ronja will agree with this or not, but I think I felt the United match should have been at least a draw for Norwich kind of game that they played. It was not eventually, that's fine, but I think they my point being is they are playing well. They're not that bad of a team, and to restrict basically Pookie to nothing, he had a XG of zero, no shot, no chance, no creation, nothing, and I think that's something brilliant. About this is the yeah. If you want to add it, some
No, just I was just saying that I agree with you there. I mean, no doubts.
yeah.
Villa are actually doing very good. Initially, they were a little inconsistent. Sometimes good, sometimes not as good. But now, for the last 3-4 games, they have been going through a decent patch.
Okay, before I move on to the vice captaincy and the transfer decision things, I'll just quickly. I'm just spending time on this because this is a very important fixture for everybody this game week. So, like, I'll ask Anjan because I think Ranajoy also owns Watkins. So, Anjan, as a non-Watkins owner, what was your impression about Oli Watkins, and are you looking forward to own Oli Watkins?
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to own him finally
So
this
short
season.
and sweet.
And why is that? I think it was
Uh,
instant gratification for a lot of us. I mean, we just did the transfer and
yeah,
he returned 12 points. That was
I,
amazing.
I think the honest question to Anjan would be, if people do not want to go the Watkins way, which other players would you suggest from Aston Villa? Because Watkins is an easy choice. He's playing up front. Uh, you have a lot of us have Ronaldo, and it's an
No, no,
easy
the
choice to
thing
move Ronaldo to
right now
Watkins.
is because people are in the market for basically a forward by virtue of Antonio missing and Ronaldo missing and Lukaku has having COVID and Jamie Vardy also missing. So everybody is looking for a forward. So that's why
Yeah,
my
that
question
is
was
the reason. Watkins is a very easy choice. I think that is so, and for that very reason, from this Aston Villa versus Burnley game, what I would be looking at, if you want to go for a differential, even if you want to take that risk, which other Aston Villa player apart from Watkins would you target?
okay.
I think Ramsey would be a very nice option. People who have like Gilmore or something similar kind of player in their team. I think Ramsey is a very fine option. And apart from that, I think Matty Cash is a very fine option.
My brother got Ramsey last week. Suddenly, I saw Ramsey in his team, and he has scored 10 or 12 points. So I think, yeah, Ramsey is a good choice. Definitely a good choice.
The
Somnath,
only
what do you think?
caution
Any other player from Villa that you would suggest?
I think particularly to me of interest would be players like Matty Cash, players. Obviously, Ramsey is a very good squad player. I don't expect him to score like a screamer of a goal that he did like every game week, but he's a good squad player to have. Ramsey, Matty Cash, then basically their defense. But the only caution here is Matty Cash, Konsa. I think they're all on 4 yellow cards. So on top of COVID, you do not want to increase your hassle about adding a player who might again be suspended for one more match. That's like taking unnecessary burden on yourself. But yeah, they are a good option. You if you want to go extreme differential, I think Buendia is a good differential. I know he has shown nothing right now to do it, but I think he has been kind of given. If I can draw a comparison, probably like a Bruno, what Bruno does for Manchester United, he has been given that kind of a role, wherein he has been asked to be more adventurous. Wherein so he's like trying to create something out of nothing, or you're trying to take a shot from a certain distance or a long range or whatever. So,
And,
but personally, I
and
would not go there. But yeah, if you
Just
want to
just
take
a
a differential, yeah, yeah, sure.
just a word of caution for all our listeners. I think Burnley, who have missed the last fixture, have been doing well for the last 3-4 games defensively. So if you see, they have not been conceding too many goals. So an Aston Villa Burnley game, again, Burnley is fresh. Aston Villa has played midweek, so do not expect a lot of goals. For in my opinion, it should be around 1-0, 2-0. Maybe Burnley can even nick a goal. So I would be, if I am going for a differential, a non Watkins, I would definitely target at Aston Villa defense. I would not go for Buendia personally.
Actually, I'll just quickly read through the fixtures of Aston Villa defenders. This week is obviously against Burnley, and the next week is against Chelsea. But post that, their fixture run is brilliant. I'll just read it out. It's Leeds away, Brentford away, Man United home. Okay, that's bad. Then Everton away, Leeds home, Newcastle away, Watford home, Brighton away, Southampton home. This I'm reading till game week 28, guys. So I mean, it's not even a short-term fixture. If you're looking And
Somnath.
I
yeah,
think he's back.
yeah,
No, no,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
We had
yeah,
lost you for a second. I think you were reading through the fixtures, and you also mentioned the fixtures till the game week 28, and that there is when we lost you.
yeah. So basically, the point being, the fixtures are good. You can easily look towards I mean, investing into the defender. Only caveat is just keep the four yellow card thing in mind. About what Ronajay was mentioning about that we were discussing before the pod about vice captain and actually taking a player from this particular fixture. I will not say that's a good option. I would rather personally, I would not say it's a good option. I'd
The
rather like
safe
to add
option.
it's a smart option, it's a boring option, it's a safe option. So don't confuse both. It's not a good option. It's never a good way to play FPL just because these set of players are available, so you have to take those players. It's a bad thing. It worked out for a lot of us last game week because the choices were between, I think, Timo Pukki, Oli Watkins, Lacazette, and I think another whoever went for basically Oli Watkins got 12 pointers. But it's never a good feeling to be, sidelined in a way like that. Definitely, if you think about the money fixture for this game week, the money fixture is definitely City's match. So if you
If
are
that was true.
figure out what kind of a manager you are. If you are a more adventurous kind of a manager who likes taking risk, who plays FPL in the purest sense of it, then this advice is not for you. But it's a very smart option. In that case, you will not miss out. Your transfer
Yeah,
will work out, and your vice captaincy is assured. So it's not a bad option either. So just like keep that in mind when you are doing the thing. Moving on, the next match is Leeds against Arsenal. This is a match which kind of is in a risk of getting postponed. Should not get postponed. The thing is, Leeds are saying they have only 10 first choice main team players. But the thing is, it's not through COVID. These are through
Yeah,
injury. So
exactly.
they cannot
Hmm.
claim the same thing that other teams can claim, that it's a
Yeah,
COVID induced
true.
thing. So that probably will not be getting postponed. About Leeds, I think nothing much to talk about Leeds, guys. Like they did nothing in the match against City. They were not good defensively. They were not good attacking wise. They were not good in anything. I cannot say also that Melia saved a lot. So City basically did not have an XG of 7. They had an XG I think of 2.3, from which they scored 7 goals. Shows the clinicality of City and yeah, whatever their confidence, their everything, the aura about them. Uh, they got beat by 7 goals, Leeds. So I don't think anything to talk about Leeds. You guys want to talk something about Arsenal?
Well,
Arsenal have been.
Arsenal are like showing a very good team in attacking wise right now. How do you feel like Saka would how do you feel ESR would fit in this team?
I think ESR would be fitting into this team because Martinelli is probably injured, will not be playing this game. So ESR will
Okay.
be coming for that. He's not injured. He had an issue after leaving the thing. So as Arteta has already mentioned, Aubameyang is definitely out for this particular fixture. That is another saga that is going on around the side. Let's not get into that.
A
But
repeat of Ozil saga.
yeah, it's a repeat of Ozil saga. It's probably a repeat of the Zaka saga again. But the thing is, yeah, I mean, as much as we don't want it to happen, it's probably the right thing that is happening. The only problem is it's happening probably a bit too publicly. But anyways, nonetheless, these things in any case get public. So barring that, so from FPL perspective, fact that Aubameyang is definitely out ensures that Lacazette is definitely playing. He will be starting in the team. Martinelli is a slight doubt, so I see ESR coming into that. I'm still not convinced about Arsenal attacking wise somehow. I think we are good defensively. I There was a lot more fluidity in the Arsenal team, but I would like to see a performance from Arsenal wherein the opposition team is also playing good. Eventually, it has always been the case when we have won very well. The opposition did not or was not good enough, or they got down to 10 men or something like that. So I'm not very convinced, but in saying that, I think we should be winning. Should be winning the
Yeah,
match against
I agree with you there because Arsenal have been doing pretty well. You have actually hit the nail on the head. Arsenal are when they're coming up against teams who are not up to their quality, they are playing very nicely. But when there are teams who can challenge Arsenal, especially like when Man United they came to Old Trafford. You could see that there are some lacunas still in the team, but they're in the right direction, in my opinion, at least. A lot of fans would not agree, and that's a separate debate. But I think they're in the right direction. They're in the right direction to have a stable team. I'm not saying that they're in the right direction to be champions maybe in the next year or next couple of years, but they're in the right direction to have a stable team. In terms of this game, yes, since it's at Leeds' home, I think last year Leeds Arsenal was very attacking, but there was no goals, or it was 1-1 or a 0-0 draw. If I remember correctly, I have not done my homework, but it was very attacking. I'm expecting the same thing here. Leeds are missing a plethora of players. Arsenal are missing one or two players, like Somnath said. I still expect Arsenal to go through this game, but you never can discount Leeds at their home. That is definitely something to keep in mind. If you want to bring in any players from this game, ESR could be one. Saka, obviously, Odegaard, obviously. But yeah,
I,
that's
I
that.
I would personally suggest Saka if anybody is looking to go into the Arsenal midfield. Not because he's bound to score big, just that because I think right now the form that he is coming into he is probably the same kind of form that he was displaying last season as well, which has been his best kind of a form. Uh, so I would suggest Saka surely for the factor that he'll get minutes. He is the one who is assured in that midfield. ESR might drop in, drop out. Odegaard might drop in, drop out, but Saka will be there, and he's a good option. If Martinelli is ever present and ever fit, I think he's the best option out of all the FPL wise at least. He's the best option, and he's very relatively cheap. Just figured out we did not do like score prediction for Villa Burnley. So like quickly, guys, what is your score
I did
prediction?
it. I said 2-0 to 1 to Villa.
Okay, then I missed it. Sorry, 2-0 to Villa, right?
Villa to
Yeah,
Villa.
Oh, yeah, Anjan, what's your prediction for
1
Burnley
nil to
Villa?
Villa. 1-0 to
Yeah.
Villa.
I think I will also go with 1-0 to Villa. Yeah. Leeds Arsenal.
Uh, yeah, let's Arsenal. Wait, I just like people who are thinking of taking a Arsenal defender. Whom would you suggest?
Gabriel.
Tomiyasu, Gabriel White, or
I would suggest
Tierney?
Gabriel because he has the attacking knack, the heading. He's. I have seen him score some headers, some goals. I think, and he's probably not probably. I think he's pretty much assured in the team. So I would go for Gabriel personally.
Yeah. So as Ronja said, goal threat wise, Gabriel definitely because I think he's our only threat in from corners. He'll not get you an open goal, but when it's on corners, the target man is Gabriel. So Gabriel in that sense. If your budget cannot extend up till that, I think the flair pick would be Tierney because uh, there's like no doubt Arteta has shown when you're playing good, you will be playing in the team as with Tavares. So Tierney is playing good right now. He will be in the team. There's no chance that he will suddenly be dropped unless until there is an injury, he will not be dropped. So yeah, the flair pick would be Tierney. The I think goal threat wise it's Gabriel, but I don't think anybody would want to spend that much on an Arsenal defender. So I think Ben White is not a bad option.
Ben White is 4.5. Good option.
So he consistently gets on to, or even Tomiyasu as well. So Tomiyasu is nailed as well. I think he's 4.6 or 4.7 if I'm not wrong. Can get the odd assist. Ben White has absolutely no assist or no goal threat whatsoever, but he does get.
Priority wise, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Priority wise,
Tierney,
four defenders.
Tierney, for me, Tierney, Tierney, Gabriel, White, Tomiyasu.
Same order.
You, Somnath?
Same order. I'll just reverse Tomiyasu and Ben White. I will take Tomiyasu over Ben White. If money is no issue, if you are concerned about anything, definitely don't overthink it. Go for Ben White. He's a good option. 4.5 million. He's giving you a clean sheet. What more do you want? Are you looking to buy somebody? Why this sudden question of Arsenal defenders?
Yeah, actually, I'm. I have like Emerson in my team, and I'm thinking to buy someone.
You have Emerson, you're thinking about Arsenal defender. You do know,
Yeah,
right? We play City or Chelsea in some week. Few weeks,
yeah,
couple of
uh,
yeah.
yeah. I know
Okay,
about that.
okay, okay. Cool. All right. Let's move to Newcastle against Man City. So first, let's talk about Newcastle. They,
Newcastle.
what did you
Shall we?
think about the benching of Callum Wilson? Is that a way of Eddie Howe is saying that we cannot win this match, so let's not bother about it? Or
I don't think he'll
let's,
be benched this game week. Uh,
yeah, I
It,
think he was benched for this weekend.
yeah, and I also don't think City will be again scoring 7 against
Yeah.
Newcastle, since especially at Newcastle's home.
Mhm.
But obviously, City are the huge favorites here. I'm just looking at options from City. Who could I? Because I only have Cancelo from City in my team, so I'm definitely looking at City as an option.
yeah,
Okay.
Who would
So
you suggest, guys?
we will definitely elaborately talk about City. So anything to suggest or say about Newcastle whatsoever?
nothing, nothing.
I think
About
Best of
just
defensive,
luck to
about.
them. Best of luck
defensive.
to them.
Yeah, best
I
of
I
luck.
hope they have a good game. I hope they have a good game.
Okay.
Just about
As a Man United
like
fan, I really hope they have a good game.
like
What, what,
unlike
what are you hoping for exactly as a Man United fan to happen? I
No,
think
why would you
you guys
want
are not in
why
the
why
title.
why would you want Man City to win, even if I'm not in the title?
Okay. So do you want that for everybody? Like Liverpool does not win, City does not
Yeah,
win, Chelsea.
obviously, no one wins, everyone loses.
That's just a sadistic way of playing. To enjoy the football sometimes. Like
No, no,
yeah, Anjan, you think
I obviously enjoy the football. I hope that the games are nice, are watchable, especially since I'm watching Ashes, and is totally ruining, because I expected England to give some competition to Australia, but okay, let's not go there. So I want football to be entertaining this game week. So I hope Newcastle does well.
viewers will be totally out of the loop. How did Ashes come into this?
I'm sure most of
I'm
our
out of,
Ashes. I
I'm
think most
myself
of our
out of the
viewers
loop.
would be watching Ashes. At least our English viewers, if there are any.
Hope so.
okay,
Anjan, you were saying something about Newcastle. Yeah.
yeah. Come to the point. I said keep about them. If suppose like someone has Wilson or someone has Saint Maximum in their team. If you have like around 6 7 players playing along with them, then I would say okay, just like keep them in your team because the priority would be you have to
To
field
field
around
11
10 to,
players.
yeah, minimum. That's the only point. Apart from that, about them.
I think, uh, like, just 1 second. Uh, this is not the week, guys, to do the flare move, which is what I feel. If definitely there is no point in actually stating the obvious that don't buy any Newcastle player if you don't own. But I would probably not sell just by the sheer factor that you will have a playing player this game week wherein people are struggling to actually field even 5 6 7 players. So if you have somebody from Newcastle, especially if you have Callum Wilson, I'll just specify that don't sell because hardly there is any forward option that he can switch to. He actually gives you a playing option. He's not that expensive that you cannot be holding on to him. So yeah, don't sell anybody. I don't think it will be a very comfortable or easy match for Newcastle. So let's talk about Man City. Any
Yeah,
other people?
I'm waiting for an answer to my question. If I have to choose a Man City player to bring in this game week, who should it be?
That answer will come.
What's your budget
That answer will be answered later only.
during the season?
I feel like okay. I do you feel like KDB is back?
Back as in he never went away. What do you mean by back?
No, I mean like
Like he back in form?
back in his form. Yeah.
I personally don't think KDB ever went out of form. I think his fitness was an issue. And no, he's not back in that sense. If you're asking, he will not be playing every game week. He will be missing out on some game weeks, and he will not complete 90 minutes every game week. You have
Yeah,
to take your
true about it.
punches. Your views on KDB, Ronager? Not as a
If
player.
you
Do you
no,
think he?
if you don't have him, there are better City options at this moment. I think Sterling, Foden, Bernardo.
Mhm.
So and especially with their defense, Concert or Diaz, everyone is an option. So if you want to go for a differential, maybe, but I think Sterling, Foden are scoring enough points for themselves to be quite good differentials.
So I was just listening to FML FPL podcast by Alan and Wall this evening, and they were discussing about City a lot, and they were discussing an interesting concept. I think wherein the City's team is so good, so like probably their team or a set of midfielder are divided into groupings. So it's kind of like a rotational system. Whether if you play well or you play good, it doesn't matter. I think it was FML FPL or probably I was into a space. I don't know. I don't forget. But anyways, the point is, irrespective of how good or how bad you are playing, you will be rotated after every 3 or 4 matches that you play, barring the mainstays in the team, which is probably Bernardo Silva and Rodri. So, like Sterling kind of played 4 matches and then he was dropped. There is no certainty that he'll be coming back into the team, and this kind of rotation keeps on happening. So, irrespective of how good Mahrez looks, he eventually is again dropped the next match, and he plays the Champions League matches. He looks good again, and he is again dropped for the Premier League match. So this is a trend with City because they have like unbelievable talent in their squad. Very honestly, they don't even have a forward, and they are scoring 7 goals. So in stating that, I think probably to answer Ronja's question, I think if you don't own Phil Foden is the best player to buy because I'm not saying that he is guaranteed minutes, but since he is cheap, see, he's 8 million right now. If he misses out, it probably won't pinch you as much, probably as a De Bruyne missing out, because that's a fair amount of your budget. And when he is playing, he can play in all the midfield positions. So yeah, his potential is immense, especially if he's playing as a false nine. Then that day you are absolutely in for a haul, which happened against I think the match before
Brighton.
Liverpool. Yeah, right.
Brighton.
Was it bad?
Yeah, Brighton. 18 point.
No, no, no. Just I'm just talking about the game week just before this that Putin scored and assisted. So
Leeds, I think he scored one and
yeah,
assisted
yeah,
against
sorry,
Leeds.
it was in Leeds. Yeah. So
Hmm.
match before that was against Putin. So yeah, so that's what happened. He was playing as a false nine and he was really good in that. If people, anybody else, the question for people is whether Raheem Sterling will come into the thing or not. Whether now Grealish will get an extended run or not. It's very difficult to predict, guys, because I think a lot of people try to predict Pep. Nobody can predict Pep. I think sometimes Pep also doesn't know who will be playing. Uh, and yeah, actually, like because it's not like unfair of him
That's
because
very,
he has that kind
that's
of talent pool, and it's a testimony to him that he can manage so much talent, and they all want to say in City even despite not being regularly featured. So yeah, I mean, I guess he has to do that. I don't know. I don't think it's a horses for courses thing. I don't believe that that particular team was required to beat Leeds by 7 goals. I think their other team could have done that as well. So
would you
like
captain
anyone,
anyone from City?
yeah, I'm considering. I'm very tempted if I get to know somehow that Raheem Sterling is playing, I'll probably captain him. I don't have him also by the way right now, so I'll get him and I'll captain him. But I'm not
It's
sure
a good
about that.
option. I mean, Sterling is definitely a good option.
So yeah, that's just like brainstorming because to be very honest, I've not thought about any transfer because there's no point in thinking about transfer. The thing you
Yeah,
think about, I will just tell you guys. As an example, my initial transfer plan this game week was to upgrade Locadia to Broya. which was absolutely useless thinking because eventually Buea does not have a map. So, like, there's no point in thinking about whatever you're thinking right now. Score prediction, guys: 4-0 for me, 3-0 or 4-0 for me. 4-0, I would go with.
3-1 for me. I think Newcastle are gonna nick one.
Anjan,
I would also go for a 4-0 City.
you'll go for a 4-0. Okay, cool. Uh, Anjan, your platform. Wolves against Chelsea. The question everybody has. I'll bring you the hot topic for this game week. The hot topic is whether people should stick on with the Chelsea double defense or triple defense, or they should move away from it. Your take.
Quadra defense.
I think triple defense. If you
Is
if
an
you have,
overkill.
yeah,
Useless. Yeah.
sell one
What about
definitely.
double?
Double defense. Probably you should keep. I feel like Kante and Kovacic are back, so we would be good defensively. And attacking wise, apart from Mount, I don't think there is any other option.
I was discussing you about Mount as well. I think it was today morning or yesterday morning. I own Mount. The initial plan was to sell Mount this game week, but we are not afforded that luxury due to COVID and Omicron. Sounds like a transformer, right? Omicron. Anyways, uh, whatever. So Mount, I think, is a very good option when no forward is playing in the team, in the Chelsea team. When
Huh.
Lukaku or nobody is playing, I think Mount is a very good option. Yeah,
And one more thing, Joyner is, I think, he's a slight out for this match, so probably Mount would be in
on
penalties
bench.
also. Yeah.
On bench provided. Is Pulisic? Does he take penalties? I don't know.
No, I feel Mount. I think Havertz is fine. His test has been negative, so
He's
probably
negative as of now, but that's what Tuchel said. So he
yeah.
has to. Anyways, jokes aside, I think I personally feel that the upcoming three fixtures, if I'm not wrong, they are Wolves, Aston Villa, and Brighton for Chelsea.
Hmm,
So
yes.
these upcoming three fixtures are really good for Chelsea's defense and clean sheet potential. I'm a bit worried as only a Reece James owner because I think people with double defense will get clean sheets. So there's something that I'll have to cover. What's your Chelsea exposure, Ronager?
Uh, I have forgotten my team. I think I have two players from Chelsea at this moment, Alonso and Rudiger.
Okay. So
Uh,
what are
I
your plans? If you think you're selling,
obviously, to answer your first question, which you asked, Anjan, if people should sell players, Chelsea, no, again, no. If you are not making up 11 players in your team, there is no point selling anyone.
mhm. No,
Um,
I'm not
in
just
ta-
talking about this game. I was just talking generally because people
yeah,
are concerned. Yeah.
yeah, but I obviously you have to keep this game week in mind and the current situation in mind when you are selling and
Absolutely.
buying players. So no, I would not sell anyone at this moment, and I am also not planning to bring in any Chelsea players for this game week because I have my eyes set on the Man City game. I don't want to do a -4, so I am looking at the Man City game. We will talk about it, I think, when we cover our teams. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so that's it. In terms
I
of
think
Scoreline.
if you want to have a score line prediction, Wolves Chelsea at Wolves. I think Chelsea are going to be back 3-1 to Chelsea. Uh,
I don't think so. We would be scoring three, and especially against Wolves, we were like
I'll
we,
go with
we.
like 2-0.
I would go probably by 1-0. Chelsea just
I
making
think
it
Chelsea will probably nick it, or these teams will probably nick it, or get another goal. The
1-0
popular
probably.
score with Wolves against Wolves or for Wolves is 1-0. Absolutely.
1-0.
That's their potential, that's their capacity. But I think, yeah, Chelsea might score two goals. Uh, I was about to say something. I forgot what I was about to say. Anyways, you said you don't want to take any hits. Are you guys, incidentally, anybody of you still in the cup? FPL Cup. If that's why
Oh,
you don't
Yeah.
want to take the hit.
I am a
No.
backbencher. I have not checked. Let me check. I have my computer on while I'm doing this pod. I will check.
So Anjan, you still in the FPL Cup?
Yeah, I am there. And you?
Yeah, I'm still going. I have been now pitted against somebody who's ranked higher than me. So yeah, not too much worry much, but yeah, still surviving. He just said I don't want to take a -4, so I was like, why doesn't he want to take a -4?
Yeah.
He
So
knew
I
that.
have one. I am still in the cup. I have beaten my two first opponents, and
Congratulations.
yeah,
That's
thank you.
something just right
And
for you.
yeah, and hopefully I do better or I
No,
do equally well in the next game weeks.
yeah,
I am
I
now
survived.
pitted against. Wait, hold on. Let me complete. I have now
Okay,
been
okay.
pitted against an active player, it seems. So yeah, I have my work cut out this game week. I'll also have
I
to
think it,
rethink rethink my -4 decision because I completely forgot about the cup. But now I have to see his team and take a decision. So thank you for reminding me.
okay, so you are like good. You're focusing on the cup. I think regarding the cup, I don't like believe much in the cup. I don't look into the cup much. But for anybody who does, I will say this: don't be scared if you are getting an active player. I think it's easier to beat an active team rather than a very passive team, because that passive team will inevitably have somebody so stupid that you will think like there's no point in owning that person, and then that person might just be a Jorginho who scored two penalties that game week. So like better to face an active team because they will make similar decisions like you. So you only have to beat one or two players that they have.
I think Shobnath is speaking from years of pains, years of pain. He has
Oh,
suffered a
so
lot through
there-
this.
yeah, years of pain, years and years back. Once upon a time, one season I took FPL Cup seriously, and I was beaten by a Welbeck goal when even he was not even a regular feature when he was on loan to Sunderland. So he just came on as a substitute, and that weird team had Welbeck in his team when Welbeck was not the main feature, and he scored a goal and I lost. So since then, I have not taken the cup seriously. So nonetheless, congratulations to anybody who is doing. An active team is always easier to beat than a passive team. So yeah, what I was trying to say,
Uh,
I said I was
I, I
forgetting, and
I I don't agree with you there, but okay, go on.
agree with regarding what like active team and
The
passive team.
yes, because the passive team will defeat you sometimes. Like Jorginho will score sometimes. The probability is that he will not score.
Yeah,
So
but passive
probability
team
wise,
will have more similar players like you, right? He will not be suddenly captaining a Harry Kane. He'll also be captaining
yeah. But a
a
passive team, if he has a Jorginho, I'm obviously I'm not going for Jorginho to score uh, in a particular game week. So obviously your luck can go against you in that game week. I understand that,
So
but
yeah,
probability wise,
probably more in that. Mm, This is more about like which player scores more. Anyways, enough about the cup. What I was trying to tell that time, which I forgot, is right now probably as Ronja said that he's not looking to buy any Chelsea players. I also personally feel right now in the present climate, it is probably not advisable to triple up or double up also even on a team. Double up is fine. Triple up probably no, because that team losing their match, you suddenly don't have three major players and three players in your team plus the team that they are facing. So if you can avoid triple ups, do avoid triple ups. If there's an opportunity, it looks good. Even like a Man City opportunity looks good this game week. They might be having COVID next week, so be cautious about that one.
that's an obvious and a very good point.
Yeah.
It might miss someone's mind, but yeah, that's an obvious and a good point.
Last match of the game week is Spurs against Liverpool. Might also be at
Uh,
a risk of being might, but I don't think Spurs can afford any more postponements. So I think this match should happen. Even Klopp has said that right now, as of now, I think um, Van Dijk and Fabinho and somebody else, I am not forgetting the name,
Jones.
Jones,
Jones.
Curtis Jones. They are rumored to have. They don't have the definitive thing that they do have COVID, but they are rumored probably they have. So he said, as of now, with the what team we have, we can play the match and we want to play the match. But if suddenly tomorrow we have six, seven, eight players who are getting, obviously we cannot play the match. So as of now, this match is going on. If this match is not there, which if there is a chance, so that's why the whole vice captain conversation comes into the play. Assuming if you're captaining a Mo Salah, choose your vice captain judiciously. Apart from that, what do you guys think if the match everything happens perfectly? What do you think is the outcome of
I
this?
don't know. I don't know like how would like Spurs play because they have been out of football for a month almost.
Yeah, almost a
I
month. I cannot see
almost a month.
in any world where Spurs will come and win this match. Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
no way, no way.
I
So
am very
I
about
think
if
like
they can score as well or not. Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
like Liverpool are a form team. They are having a very good time. They are having a very good rhythm. Mo Salah is definitely in his form of his life. I see, I see Liverpool winning it comfortably by probably by 2-0 or 3-0.
I think some of us or some of the managers would have kept some kind of Spurs players because not too long back we were all doubled up or tripled up on Spurs.
Yeah, yeah,
I
true.
eventually moved away. It was easier for me to move away because I used my wild card, but many will have still a lingering thing. If you do have a Spurs player, I will not advise you to again similar reiterating myself. Don't remove that player because you at least have a playing player. But probably the Spurs is very uncertain because we actually don't have any confirmation as to who all are the ones who got COVID. So even if you have the player and even if the fixture goes through, there might be a chance your player will not play. So yeah, that is something we worry about. Definitely do not buy Spurs in the loot that there is a double game week or triple game week coming. Don't buy them right now. I mean, let that be announced, then think
Uh,
about buying because right now probably I think even San is not fit. There is a chance he might also not play. Yeah,
no,
Ronnie, you were about to say something?
no. Actually, I heard those players who had COVID. Those are all rumors, no doubt about it. But I heard it was Emerson Royal, Son, Van Davies, probably.
We heard this way back when the first match
Yeah,
was
well,
postponed. After that, there
yeah.
have been two postponements. We don't know who else extra has because there has been no press conference or whatsoever. So
Hmm.
that's why I'm saying we don't know who has recovered. We don't know who has again got the COVID thing. So stay away from Spurs. If you already own, then pray to God that they do play this game week. And definitely do not buy anybody right now for any Im- imminent double or triple game week. I think Anjan, you were stating, and I also think that double game week or a triple game week is not possible before game week 21.
Yeah,
There is
not possible
no
for
fixture.
government taker.
So there is absolute fixture congestion. It is not possible before game week 21. Suddenly, FPL will not be telling you next game week, or rather, Premier League will not be telling you that they have a double game week. So do not be worrying about that too much right now. Ronji, anything else to add? Otherwise, we'll move on to our teams.
Nothing more to add. The only
Scoreline.
thing which 2-1 to Spurs.
Okay.
2-1 to Spurs.
Yeah,
Yes.
that you guys can understand, right? Why he was not part of the pod.
The
so so
creative
uh,
differences
so
you talked about.
so wait,
Just
hold on. Hold on. So like, would like Salah would be in your bench again?
and that was
No.
due to the Manchester United loyalty. That he has,
No, yeah, that was Manchester loyalty, but I don't have enough players to put him on the bench. So
even if he put Pitts on the bench, he will come out from the bench.
yeah, I will put him on
Anyway,
the bench. That's a good idea.
yeah, yeah. Anjan,
Okay,
The,
cool.
the,
go
the,
ahead.
the reason why I said 2-1 is because like one of the things that Somnath mentioned, Son being injured and everyone, that news was quite a long time back. So I'm expecting them to be fit. Uh, 2-1 if Spurs have all their players available because it's at home. It's Antonio Conte. I'm also factoring the Antonio Conte factor. So I think Spurs. I don't fancy them, but I think there is a good chance they can nick
So,
this
see,
game 2-1,
absolutely.
2-2.
If it would have been in a continuity, it's not a funny score line. It can happen, but I think right now, considering they have not played for so long, it's a bit far fetched that they can. They might beat Liverpool, but Seems a bit far-fetched.
Yeah, I'm just going on the might thing. Yeah, I think there's a good. I think Spurs could take some points from this game.
Okay. And then your prediction?
I already predicted 2-0 or 3-0 to Liverpool.
Spurs
No, definitely.
to Liverpool.
I think
2-0, 3-0 to Liverpool.
rest-wise, I have pondered upon this a lot. There is a lot of people thinking like Jota might not play and this Firmino is coming back. I think after figuring out a lot, I feel probably Mane is the one who
Mane
might
might
get
not
back.
play. I feel
Mane is the
Mane
one who,
probably. Yeah,
yeah. I
that's
will
my
go
thought
with,
actually.
yeah, I'll go with 3-1 to Liverpool. No,
Good.
not probably 3-1. I'll go with 2-1 to Liverpool. That's it. Probably Antonio Conte. But I don't think Spurs even have proper defenders right now. Even they are injured. I read an article from Alistair Gold. He shared at least an article from Alistair Gold. Regulion is injured, so he will not be playing.
No,
Regulon
Regulian
is
will play
back.
tomorrow. He is back
Regulon is
tomorrow.
back from injury.
That
Only
has been said.
Romero is out.
Yeah,
Only Romero is
Romero
out. The
is
rest
out,
are.
and
I did not
uh,
follow the Antonio Conte press conference, guys. So if you can like loop in for
Regulon is like back from injury. Romero is definitely out, and like players who had COVID, like Emerson Royal, Davis, they are now. I don't know they would play or not.
okay,
Conte did not mention anything about them, I guess. So I think
Yeah,
I'm going with the feeling that if he hasn't mentioned, they are fit to play.
okay, okay. Let's move on. Okay, before moving on, so captaincy, guys. This is a good week
yeah.
to move away. Who are
Uh,
you guys thinking about captaining?
well,
Salah.
Salah is
I will
obviously
let me start. I think
okay.
for me it's pretty easy. I think Salah, and I will try and get Foden in. So Salah and Foden in that order, captain and vice captain.
Who are you captaining?
Salah captain and vice captain Foden.
Okay. How about you, Anjan? Looking at anybody else than Mo Salah?
Like it's a very tough thing to look anyone else apart from Mo Salah. But if I really want to go against him, then I would probably like captain someone from City, probably Foden, or probably cancel also.
Okay, cool. I am very tempted. I'll not lie. I think the temptation is there, but this experiment has not worked well for me. Couple of times
And
now.
and
It's not
like
an
tempted by whom?
experiment. I think I'm pretty certain that Salah will not score much, but
And
yeah,
tempted by whom? Sterling.
I'm tempted by the fact that I can nail the City player that will play and score the most points because I don't have that City player right now. I have only Bernardo Silva. I'm also I will just get into this when we are discussing teams. If I can at all bring the City midfielder or not. Okay, I'll just bring up Anjan's team and Anjan, I'll just read it out for you quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's Ramsdale in goal, Alexander Arnold, Alonso, James, Cancelo, Emerson, Bernardo, Salah, Foden, Jota. Speak about even playing field. You have
Pardon?
10 players. You have 10 players playing right now. So yeah, there's
Mm,
this thing going on in Twitter, right? So everybody is facing. We are all in the same boat. You're not in the same boat. You have 10 players right now.
No, actually,
Oh,
I don't feel Emerson Royal is fit enough to start this match.
and that's immaterial whether he plays or not. He is eligible to play. You have eligible 10 players.
Eligible.
Anyway, so what are the moves or what is the move that you're looking at? I am sure you're waiting till the deadline, but any
Yeah.
thoughts?
I have around 2.4 in my bank, and I'm probably
How many
looking
free
to
transfers?
huh? two,
How many free transfers? Two free transfers.
two,
Oh, brilliant.
two.
So what are you planning to do?
I'm planning to do probably. I'm looking forward for owning Watkins,
In place
and
of
that is the question. Either it should be King
that's the
or it
only
should be
question.
Huh?
That's
Huh?
the only question. Who are you? Because you can't do Locadia to, I think,
No,
Watkins. The budget.
no,
Yeah.
I
What
no,
are
I
what are
can't
you?
do. So it's like out of my budget.
Mhm.
I had a very good thought about it because my earlier plan was Alonso to Tierney and like moving Locadia
Locadia.
to
Okay.
Watkins. But but the problem is that Tierney rose in price and Watkins is rising in price today, and I have to wait for my transfer till tomorrow just to be sure that okay, this particular match is going on. So I have to see some other option right now.
If you ask me
I would,
honestly, buddy, I think you should switch out Antonio. I've been, I think, harping on about this for the past 5 game weeks. Sell out Antonio,
yeah,
sell out.
yeah,
I think people have this mad obsession about Antonio and holding on to him. But I will try a different thing with you. Right now, you also have Bowen, and they don't have a right back right now. So Antonio probably ends up playing right back again. And how West Ham are attacking as of now, a double up is not warranted. So you have to take your pick. You can either
yeah,
sell
true.
out Antonio or you can either sell out Bowen. I think for me personally, right now Bowen is the better asset to own FPL wise.
True.
So that would be my suggestion. If it's the question of getting Watkins, you're absolutely convinced about Watkins. I think it's not even a question whether you can drop Antonio or not. Absolutely can. If he gets a double game week, get him back again. It's not a very big deal. Even if you have to take a -4, if you are so convinced about Antonio,
I
nothing wrong
like
there. I would agree or like disagree on that. I don't know. Anyways,
no, actually, I would be probably selling Bowen also.
are
He
you
he
selling
has,
him this game week itself?
Yeah,
You're selling
I
both
think he has
Antonio
two
and Bowen?
transfers.
Okay.
probably.
I think
But
with
then
two
you
transfers,
will
that's
have
a
to
good
sell
option.
somebody. So you are creating a backup for Emerson Royal?
Yeah.
My goodness. Oh, brilliant. So
Rich
who are
people.
you thinking of bringing in place of Bowen?
I'm probably going for Saka or yes, sir. Depending
Okay.
upon like Martin Illinius.
Okay. Cool. Ronajay, your team? You want to read it out for our listeners and
But
our
but
viewers?
but hold on, one more thing. I have something else also in my mind. I could probably also sell King for Watkins
Watkins.
and probably keep Antonio for I think next 1 or 2 games.
I personally wouldn't do that, but best of luck, buddy. Anyways, yeah, but I think it kind of makes sense because Watford are rumored to have COVID, so
Yeah,
King might be affected. And Antonio, I think West Ham don't have COVID, right? Their opponent had
no,
COVID. Yeah, Norwich had
yeah,
COVID. So, okay. Yeah, it can be, but
next week I feel West Ham definitely would have a match because
I think
their
They have a good
opponent
match against
is
Southampton.
I will just
Southampton.
say
Southampton
this.
also doesn't have COVID.
Yeah, I'll just say this. If you're not willing to sell Antonio on a blank game week as well, I think you're pretty much committed to Antonio. You're married to your hand. So all the best. Let's move on.
No, but
Ronja, your team
tra-
is on the screen for very long. People are getting confused why we are talking about Antonio because you don't have. Oh, you have Antonio on third tab. Wow. Yeah. Go ahead. Can
yeah,
you just
so I think I have 9 players.
okay, can you just read out
Uh,
for the players
yeah,
quickly?
Rudiger, Alonso, Arnold, Cancelo, Arnold, Jota, Rafinha, Salah, Brownhill, not my captain for this game week, and Watkins. Uh, in terms of transfers, I am looking to move one of my midfielders to Foden. I think at this moment I have Gallagher. I last week I had removed Ronaldo to Dennis, so I have 5.
Oh, so you have a
Luckily,
lot of.
they, yeah. So I think either I'm going to. I'm still confused. Okay, in terms of I don't have a City player at this moment, So I might get a City player, but again I will have to sell Brownhill for that, who is
I would do
whom
that.
yeah, I would he's starting. So I'll still have 9 players. Uh,
Browner is not guaranteed to start. He did not
Brownhill
start
is not
last
guaranteed to start. Yes, I know.
year.
I don't
So
want
he
to
will
sell
on for
Antonio.
one appearance point. And frankly, your other option is either selling Rafinha, who will probably definitely play, and
Hmm.
other is Gallagher. I would not sell Gallagher. I would keep
I will
Gallagher.
also not sad Gallagher. Yeah, and I also do not see too many options in the forward line because I already have Watkins. Any suggestions if I want to sell Antonio this game week?
Lacazette.
Lacazette seems to be a good option. Arsenal play Norwich next game week. Yeah, Lacazette is a good option.
That is the problem, though. Arsenal playing Norwich next game, but I think that will be sorted out by then. They will have a team
Yeah,
to play
there is a
for that.
1 week delay.
Long.
So
Yeah,
maybe
so
I'll take a -4. Initially, I had said I'll not take a -4, but I'll fancy taking a -4. Maybe Brownhill and Antonio to Brownhill and Antonio slash Dennis to Lacazette and Foden. I have I have 5 in the bank, so but it's really not an issue. So I'll have to see. And also, if there are any further games cancelled, I have to also have to take that into account. So yeah, that's my game.
yeah, yeah,
Team for this game week.
sure.
What
My
about
team,
you?
yeah, I have Ramsdale in goal, Trent, James, Cancelo at
Oh,
back.
wait, just hold on. Are you? I guess, Ronaldo, you don't have any playing goalkeeper. So what's
Yeah,
the plan?
the only yeah for I don't think I'll bring in a goalkeeper because I'm only taking a -4. The only possible goalkeeper that I would consider bringing in this game week is the Arsenal option, Ramsdale. But apart from that, I don't really see any goalkeeper who could really simply be assured to give a clean sheet this game week. I
I
mean,
think Martinez is a good option if you want to
a,
extend your budget.
a relatively low priced. So, and I don't want to take a -8 also. So -8 hit. So I think I'll go without the goalkeeper option. 10 players with -4.
Mm. I think personally, me myself as well, I'm not that bothered about fielding 11 players because it's just 5 games. Uh, okay, I'll just read again. Ramsdale, Alexander-Arnold, James Cancelo, Jota in midfield, Bernardo, Mount, Salah, and Watkins. So I have right now 9 playing players. I have one free transfer. My free transfer is extensive because I've not thought about it. It can range from upgrade. I also sold Ronaldo for
Ronaldo.
for Watkins, and I did not distribute my funds, so I have 5 million in the bank. So my options are ranging from upgrading Locadia to Lacazette to I'm a bit confused about what to do with Diego Dallo. I don't know if he will still be a first choice player once Manchester United resumes. So I'm just very
No, he's a
about
first
that.
choice player.
Yeah, he
He's a
is a
first choice
first
player.
choice
No.
player, but I don't know if he's affected by COVID or something or not. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking
COVID is
whether
the problem.
I think I'm just trying to figure out whether I should take this opportunity to sell him or not, or when Manchester United play next game week, they have a good fixture, so at least I have some Manchester United coverage in the form they're playing Newcastle. So
Unfortunately, no one can help you there.
yeah. So
Sitting
other
there.
option is I can. Uh, I was just thinking about it. What do you guys think about selling Bowen? I'm not really a big fan of doing it, but should I do it?
Buying for
If
whom
you have a
exactly?
if you have a viable option, yes, definitely yes.
Buying for whom?
I think Foden or
I
Sterling
think
is the
Bowen
number.
to KDB I cannot afford. I'll be short. But I think I can do Bowen to Sterling or Bowen to Foden or Bowen to pretty much anybody else. Yeah, I can.
Good option. Yes, I would suggest you to go ahead with that. Yeah.
But again, the problem with owning Sterling and KDB or anybody like that, they will not be long term option. They will be a transfer waiting to happen. But
Foden is a
Foden,
long term option. Foden would out of 4 or 5 games, Foden would miss one.
yeah, yeah.
So
So
I
Foden
think
is
Foden is a
the
good.
one probably. I will also. We are not getting any news from Manchester City since Pep Guardiola cancelled the Pep press conference. He had an inconclusive kind of. It does not affect the match. He had inconclusive COVID test.
I think during the pod he has mentioned. I think there are reports coming in that he is going to be available for the match. He is
Okay,
going to be in the dugout.
so he is not symptomatic. He's asymptomatic or he's negative, whatever.
He
So
has to be
no,
negative.
no,
He can be
He
positive.
has
He
to be
can't be
negative.
positive
Come on.
and
yeah, he has to be negative. Sorry, my bad. But anyways, the thing is, does not really affect the match. The only problem for us FPL manager is that we have missed out on the presses, although he does not say much on the press conference. But Bernardo was seen in the training pictures, so that is one probably ray of hope that he might feature because he's not injured at least. There is a possibility that he might get a rest because he has not been rested entirely since game week one. He did not play game week one, and since then he's been continuously playing. So there might be a chance that he's rested. If I get news about that, I will be looking open to sell Bernardo as well. But other than that, I think Bowen is my only other option. If I'm going for a Foden, I'm also looking to probably upgrade a Williams to Villa defender because I think they will be playing. So -4 also might be on the cards. Not really thought about it. No point thinking right now about it.
I think case in
Any
point
other,
for most people.
yeah, any other suggestion you guys might have for my team?
No, limited number of players, limited number of choices. I think we've discussed the possible players that you could bring in, and you covered it pretty well. Um,
Not a bad game week to actually have a template team. Just ensure that you don't lose much time. So yeah.
yeah,
True.
Okay.
So,
So yeah,
I guess like probably we should stick with Salah as captain.
they lose
yeah,
results.
yeah.
That's the problem.
Salah is Salah at this moment.
Much like the
Vice
Aston
captain we have
Villa.
who?
Sorry,
By like vice captaincy option for you.
it might be Salah for me.
Yeah, it might be Salah for you, and like captaincy should be Sterling for you.
Probably a City player. Or if I'm captaining Salah, then my vice captaincy will probably be on a City player. Or I personally don't think Burnley is a good fixture for Ole Watkins, but let's see. I don't expect much from because that's the only option that you're thinking about vice captaining. So unless you own a Aston Villa defender, I think Cancelo is a very good shout if the match happens. So Cancelo is somebody you can consider. He'll be coming back because he got his rest in the form of suspension. So yeah, definitely he'll be
Uh,
back.
and in Saturday we have two matches. The first match is Aston Villa and Burnley, and second match is Leeds Arsenal. So like any vice captaincy option from like Arsenal team,
No,
like like we would
Saka,
definitely know
Saka.
that we would like definitely know that particular match is going on or not before the deadline. I think.
I don't think so because
We should know. We should know,
that is
but the deadline is
latter
I think
match.
2 or 3 hours,
Why?
4 or 5 hours before the match. So we should,
Yeah,
but there is
because
no
by
confirm
experience, what
news.
it has been seen that you can cancel or postpone a match even 2 hours before. So like that is the deadline in my head right now. So if it is before 2 hours, is bare minimum that you have to inform. And I think the Arsenal match is almost like 6 hours after the deadline. So I will not be sure. No. I
Okay,
wouldn't,
fine.
and plus there is nobody you can actually put up the vice captaincy or even the captaincy for Arsenal. So yeah, don't bother about that. Okay, that's it from us, guys. I hope we helped you. It's a COVID-induced thing. We still managed to be just over 1 hour. We are hoping for a very short pod, but lots to
It never
discuss.
happens.
Anjan always has a lot of questions. So yeah, and nonetheless, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Anybody who has stuck with us till now in the video, please like, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We would love your feedback. And our Twitter handles is displayed on the screen. It was displayed on all the screens. So if you want to give us guys a follow, you will get the update about the pod or any update that is happening in the pod in that sense. So yeah, That's about it.
and
Thank you guys, and have a
some
wonderful.
personal views on a lot of other sporting events.
Yeah, yeah.
It was great to be a part of the pod again. I really enjoyed it, even though there were only 5 games. It's good to be back.
Do follow
Like
Ranajan
Shomnath said,
on Twitter for diversified sports and diversified views on every other sport. He posts a lot of
diversified portfolio, and yeah,
yeah,
so and
very diversified
like
portfolio.
Shomnath said, please leave your comments. Please leave your any suggestions, any harsh comments. It's again very welcome. We are here to learn. We are obviously it's just our first season. We are here to learn. We are here to improve. Please leave your comments. Please give us a like and a share if you really like the content. And yeah, hopefully we see you next week.
Hmm. Thank you. Best of
And
luck, guys.
hopefully the Premier League continues. But I personally think the Premier League should take a pause. But that's a different discussion, I guess.
It will not happen. So, yeah. All the best for the game week, guys. Hope you manage to feel the best team and you don't lose out on much rank. Good night, bye.